Okay, so I'm bored. I've got nothing particularly to do, so I wanted to make some predictions for the upcoming NHL season, under the assumption that it does happen, which doesn't look like a foregone conclusion at this point, but we'll see. And I'm using because obviously due to COVID-19 and all that stuff, the divisions are going to look a little bit different because of the issues with the Canada-US border. So I am basing this off of the, I guess, proposed slash probable divisions that I took from a tweet by I think Greg Wyshynski, and the divisions are the Canada division, the East Division, the Central Division, and the West Division. So I'm going to be using those for these predictions. I'm using the tier list website again because I couldn't come up with a better way to do this. And okay, the teams at the bottom are all in alphabetical order, so this is going to be how am I gonna do this? Okay, anyways, I'm gonna start with the Canada division, which obviously is Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg. So I'm just gonna go in order of the divisions. I'm not gonna attempt to make like playoff predictions or anything like that just yet, but I'm just gonna say the order in which I think these teams will finish. Now, um, being a fan of the Ottawa Senators, I've been thinking about whether it's favorable for assuming at this point that they're trying to finish as high of the standings as possible, assuming they don't want to have another tank season, um, which I mean wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but anyways, whether it's preferable for them to have a Canadian division or to be in the regular Atlantic division. And the thing is about the Atlantic division is very, very strong at the top in the sense that well, the Lightning won the cup. The Tampa Bay Lightning won the cup. So it's that division is obviously very, very strong at the top. Whereas this proposed Canadian division is not as strong at the top. There are no Tampa Bays. But the Atlantic division also has Detroit, who is not a very good hockey team at this point in time. And the Canadian division doesn't have a Detroit either. All of the teams, well, okay, I mean Ottawa aside, like ignoring Ottawa for the time being, um, assuming we're looking at this from Ottawa's perspective, there's no truly terrible teams in that Canadian division. Apart from Ottawa, it's very sort of consistently strong top to bottom. Um, so it's more sort of consistent quality overall, but it's less strong at the top. So it's sort of a trade off. Now, who do I think is going to finish at the top of this division? I guess I don't particularly see a reason why it wouldn't be Toronto. I think Toronto is the best of those teams. They didn't, well, strictly speaking, they didn't make the playoffs, but um, I find it hard to believe that Toronto isn't going to be um, the strongest team in an All Canadian division next year. Um, I'm see the okay. Say that I'm gonna say that Calgary goes number two, even though I don't want to. But I think they had a good offseason and they were pretty strong to begin with. Um, and I'm going to put number three Winnipeg just because Winnipeg is a really strong top six. The issues they had, well, in the playoffs, they were missing everybody. They were missing everybody in the playoffs, and they just got murdered because they're missing everybody. But their goaltending is really, really good, assuming Hellebuck continues his sort of Vezina nominee sort of pace that he's been going on in recent years in his career. And the addition of Paul Stastny, I think, helps incredibly because, well, it's not clear right now whether Brian Little is going to ever play hockey again. And there's a big hole in their second line center, which they were basically filling with Cody Eakin, which wasn't ideal. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna put Winnipeg number three. Now, uh, hmm. Okay, I gotta scroll up actually first of all. Um, so I'm gonna put Winnipeg number three. Um, People are really down on Vancouver right now. I still think, I mean, their core is together. They they lost quite a bit in free agency, but like their main core that got them to where they are is still together. Um, Montreal had a decent offseason. They added, I think, to Foley, which I think is a good addition. And their young players have an additional year of whatever, and they still have Carey Price. And they added Jake Allen as a backup goalie and Edmondson, I think, and other sort of depth pieces. Um, I find this this section of the division right here very difficult to call because, of course, you also have Edmonton. Um, I think trying to think about this logically isn't going to get me very far, so I'm just going to put some teams down in an order. Okay, gut feeling. I do I want to put no? Okay, I'll put Montreal and then Vancouver, and then of course Ottawa, who I think is. I mean, I don't think we're going to hear many complaints unless something incredible happens. They did pick up Evgeny Dadonov, which I'm very excited about. I think that's a fantastic signing. Um, and of course, I mean, I don't know whether Stutzel is going to sort of step into the lineup immediately or sort of spend a year in the minors, sort of going back and forth, or what exactly is going to happen. And it depends a lot on whether guys like Batherson and Formanton and Norris and people like that and Brandstrom as well have developed enough to be significant NHL contributors. But I mean, I don't think I'll see many arguments. I mean, there is a world where they do incredibly well, especially in a short season. But I think the majority of worlds don't see that happening, and I don't think there's going to be a massive argument about putting Ottawa in last place. By the way, this Canadian division has 7 teams, and I've got an eighth. I've got an eighth area here because some divisions have 8 teams. Okay, so the East Division has the other teams in the Eastern Conference. No, actually, okay. I'm just looking at this now. This is really strange the way they. Anyways, the East Division has the Boston Bruins, the Buffalo Sabres, Carolina Hurricanes, New Jersey Devils, New York Islanders, New York Rangers, Philadelphia Flyers, and Washington Capitals. Okay, how do I want to put those teams? Wow. I'll put Boston in first. This one I haven't. I'm looking at these basically for the first time seriously now, and it's strange. Like this particular group of teams, I've never particularly thought how they would stack up against each other. I'll put Carolina number 2. Where's Carolina? Here it is. They're in alphabetical order on my list at the bottom, so I should be able to figure this out without too much difficulty. Carolina Hurricanes is number 2. I'm not going to explain these too much. This is just kind of gut feeling sort of stuff. I'll put the Flyers. I don't know. Do I still believe in Washington? I think I still believe in Washington as a regular season team, and then I'll put the Flyers and then the Islanders. I mean, I don't know. I just I can't get myself to believe in the Islanders, even though they went to the conference finals. Um, but okay, I'll put them here, and then who are my other teams? The Rangers. Oh, where do I want to put the Rangers? This is tough. I had the same problem with the Atlantic Division last time. This is really tough because Carolina, actually, all of these teams, I have no clue how to order them. You know what? I'll be a simp and I'll put Washington. No, am I gonna do that? No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Am I gonna put the Rangers ahead of the Islanders? Oh, they have Lafreniere as well. I forgot. You know what? I'll put them. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna put it like this. Just we're not gonna discuss it. Um, and then my other 2 teams are New Jersey and Buffalo. You know, I'll put Buffalo here and New Jersey here. Oh, I can't. Okay, I can't put it under. Okay, whatever. You guys will understand that New Jersey is not in this division, but they're in this division. So it goes boom, 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 and then across here. I need a placeholder, which I don't have because again I didn't make this myself. I just stole it from someone else. The Central Division: Chicago, Columbus, Detroit. This is a really strange division, just geographically, because the um most southern and eastern state, Florida, has their 2 teams in the Central Division. But anyway, Chicago. I understand it's not easy to make a layout where all of the Canadian teams have to be in one division. Chicago, Columbus, Detroit, Florida, Nashville, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, and Tampa Bay. I'll put Tampa Bay at 1. I don't see much of a problem in doing that. And now the rest is just a massive fucking toss up. St. Louis? I don't know. Let me just I'm going to put all of the, just so I understand what teams we have to deal with. I'm going to put all of them up on the board. Obviously not in this order. This isn't the order I'm going to have them in at the end. Um, And who else? Chicago. Okay, so what's the order I want to put these teams in? I'm happy with Tampa at 1. I want Pittsburgh higher. I want Pittsburgh here. I want Columbus here. What do I want Florida? Florida lost a bit this offseason. I think I want... Do I want them below Columbus? I want them below Nashville, I think. And I want Chicago here, and I want Detroit here. I don't particularly want to explain my picks because I think there are a lot of strong teams in this division. Tampa, obviously, a strong team. St. Louis, I think, is still a strong team. Despite losing Pietrangelo, they added Krug. I mean, whatever. They're still a strong team, of course. Pittsburgh, I think, is still a strong team. At least, like, relatively speaking, in terms of finishing relatively high in their division and making the playoffs. Not necessarily about making a deep playoff run anymore, but I mean, still wouldn't be surprised. But anyways, they're a strong team. I think Columbus is a relatively strong team. Nashville's still there. Florida can do whatever Florida wants to do. Chicago sucks. Chicago sucks, and their goaltending situation sucks. And Detroit sucks. We know that. It's just I think I'm happy with. Do I want to put? Yeah, I want to put Nashville ahead of Columbus. I think. Do I? I don't know. A lot of these are kind of a toss-up, but I think I'll leave it like that because I don't want to think about it too much more. In the West, I'm just going to put these again. I'm going to put these teams up on the board, and I'm going to decide what order I want them in afterwards. By the way, just going back, I totally forgot Buffalo signed Taylor Hall. I'm still not willing to move them up, but I forgot about that. I just want to acknowledge that. That sort of confirms Buffalo ahead of New Jersey for me. Anyways, I'm going to put these teams up on the board, and then we're going to decide what to do with them in a second. San Jose is a weird case because they had a bad season last year, a really bad season, and it's kind of confuses me because I'm still not entirely sure. Like, I mean, goaltending obviously, but like, anyways, I think that team is still strong on paper, so I don't know what they're gonna do next season. So let me reorder these. I'm happy. I'm happy to put Anaheim in last, and I'm happy to put LA in second last. I'm not going to dwell too much on the ordering of these two teams, just because I don't care enough to try to figure out whether LA is better than Anaheim or whether Anaheim is better than LA at this exact moment. I want to put Colorado number 1. I'm going to put Vegas number 2, Dallas here, San Jose here, Arizona here, or, you know what, I'll put Minnesota here, Arizona here. Okay, there we go. So these are my predictions for how the teams are going to finish this upcoming year. And I suppose that means which of these teams are going to make the playoffs. I already forgot what the playoff format looks like. This is what, top 3 from each division, and then 2 wildcards. Okay. So this, assuming this is quote-unquote the East, and this is quote-unquote the West, the 2 columns on the left are considered the East, and the 2 columns on the right are considered the West. I'm gonna say that yeah, so I have Toronto, Calgary, and Winnipeg making the playoffs over here, and I've got Boston, Carolina, and Washington making the playoffs over here. And I'll say that the Rangers make it. Yeah, I'll say that the Rangers make it and the Flyers make it. I'll take both my teams from this division. Because I think... I don't know what I think. And then over here, I've got Tampa Bay, St. Louis, and Pittsburgh making it. And I've got Colorado, Vegas, and Dallas making it. And then I'll say that Nashville and San Jose get the 2 wildcard spots. Again, these predictions... I think I predicted San Jose to go to the finals or win the Cup in my preseason predictions more than a year ago now. But so these are probably going to be horribly wrong. But this is the order I'm going to put these teams, and of course, these would have to be moved over. Like I have to put this here. Actually, you know what I'll do for that is here's how I'll fix it. Oh no, that doesn't fix it. Okay. Anyways, okay, we're not going to think about that too much. New Jersey is here in this division. This is here, and this is okay. There we go. So those are my, I guess, predictions. They're not very good, but there you go.